when I first got into real estate, I called 3 people. I called Clue, I called Fabulous, I called Joe Budden, right? My Desert Storm family. And I said, hey guys, I'm doing real estate. This is something that I think that, you should invest a little bit of money in, try it out, and that way you can do it. Joe Budden told me it was a Ponzi scheme and I was going to go to jail.
You serious?
You should have known that this was going to come back to haunt you at some point. People, one thing that I love about the internet is it does not lose receipts. I've gone to Walmart and had to be at the mercy of whoever was behind the desk when I tried to return something and I did not have my receipt on me. Once you're on the internet, you're on the internet. So somebody in regards to DJ Envy put in some work. His name is K-Dot the Chemist. I'm sure he's not the only one, but he's probably one of the most prevalent in terms of keeping some of these files. There's videos circulating around here. Matter of fact, let me just show you.
DJ Envy claiming he never made any money from the business venture.
I didn't see $1 of return. I do nothing but try to uplift people and show people a different way through the business mind.
This is some of my rent. He owes me some more. His rent is picked up.
Just getting started, baby.
And that's what it's about. Pro Style jumped into the game. How many houses you bought?
3. About to hopefully close on the 4th one, right?
This guy's trying to get more houses than me. He's going to start...
So if you don't know, I'm showing you DJ Envy and his more affluent business and business partner. There's some talk going around saying that DJ Envy and Cesar Pina, his business partner, were running a Ponzi scheme. You bring in Peter, Peter gives you his money, and then you bring in Paul. You tell Paul about all of the wonderful opportunities and all of the wonderful people that have signed up so far and are dropping money and making money. And then when he signs up and gives you his money, you take Paul's money and then you pay Peter with it. That is a traditional Ponzi scheme. There's other ways to do it, but let's dig into this. It goes without saying that DJ Envy is having to fend off a lot of trolling at the moment. Why? Because he was involved in some real estate fraud. Allegedly. Some are calling him a con artist. Why? Because he got tied up with this guy named Cesar Pina. Nothing wrong with that, right? Well, Cesar Pina was arrested for having defrauded dozens of people so far in his little Ponzi scheme.
The popular radio personality, DJ Envy, denying any involvement in a alleged real estate scam.
Just the optics of this is crazy enough, but apparently the FBI raided the iHeartRadio office. They took laptops, external hard drives, documents. Hell, at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if they took some of his chains. DJ Envy's lawyer, on the other hand, Massimo D'Angelo, he refuted the confiscation and the visit from the FBI, saying that this is all false. He also added that DJ Envy just happens to be a victim of Cesar Pina, saying that he was just using him for celebrity status.
What you doing? Every time I see you doing something, you flipping a house in New Jersey or something like that.
No, I'm not real houses.
I buy houses, I fix them, and I rent them out. I didn't see $1 of return. I do nothing but try to uplift people and show people a different way through the business mind.
Cesar Pina is now arrested on 1 count of wire fraud, and he's facing a whole other slew of lawsuits. To the best of my knowledge, though, I think at the moment he was released on a $1 million bond, given an ankle monitor, and all of this because in 2017, he started taking money from people in order for him to buy some of these properties, and even had the nerve to tell them that within 5 months, they could be making anywhere between 20 to 45%. Do you understand what kind of return that is?
2 studios will bring, you figure 18 is 246, 78, you're looking at about $7,600 a month in rent. See, that's what we did with this property. Now you want to just tell them what the procedure was to extend it. Yeah, so.
But remember what I told you about before. It's not that he was acquiring any new kind of capital. What he was doing was using new investment money from new investors to pay off the old investors. So when they would reach that 5-month mark, he would use the money from the person that had just invested for maybe 1 or 2 months, knowing that he still has some time with them. He would take their money and pay off the guy whose deadline it was, who had just reached the 5-month mark, so that it looks like he's making right on his promises. You can circulate money amongst people and tell them, hey, I'll give you this much, and I'll give you this much, and I'll give you this much. And every year or every month, we'll all collect. They have private groups that do that. That's not what this is. He made the promise of new money in a business deal and in a contract, and some people were even stating that they weren't even getting paid. It even got to the point where he was seeking investments in properties he didn't even own. Some of the investors were investing in the same old property And I never thought I'd hear this one, but allegedly he tried to pay off some people with jewelry, diamond chains, and maybe even an IOU. Ask yourself the question, when was the last time you even seen an IOU? An actual formal IOU. DJ Envy to this day is adamant about the fact that he was not making money off of this. He was not making money off of the real estate. He was not making money off of any events. And he was just bringing people into the knowledge of how to do all of this, or something along those lines, right?
Joe Budden told me it was a Ponzi scheme and I was going to go to jail.
So tell me something. During an interview, it was stated that he spoke to a few people on the phone to try to get them involved, and one of the people that he spoke to was Joe Budden. He says that after describing what he was into to Joe, Joe told him directly on the phone, this is a Ponzi scheme and you're going to get arrested.
Joe Budden told me it was a Ponzi scheme and I was going to go to jail.
Now, somebody make it make sense to me. If I describe something to you and then you tell me it sounds like a Ponzi scheme, does that not sound like I'm doing more than just bringing you to Cesar, who has all the knowledge of the business? In order for me to describe it to you to the point where you are telling me that it's a Ponzi scheme, wouldn't I have to at least know what the business is? And I'm not just doing something like getting people on the phone? DJ Envy has held seminars with Cesar not even in there. Yeah, so when his wife is calling him a very good provider, I wonder if she knows that it's not him technically providing. It's everybody else. He's just collecting off of some of the BS that he's talking. So the gist of it is, there's going to be more to this because this is a lot to cover. I'm just hoping that these people get their money back tenfold. So what do y'all think? Do you think DJ Envy was just an innocent bystander who was just having his celebrity abused by a con man? Or do you think no, he was as much of a con man as Cesar was a con man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, and I'm going to see you again for sure on the next one. Be easy, y'all.
Joe Budden told me it was a Ponzi scheme and I was going to go to jail.